Hey, I get it. Your stomach turns at the thought of no enemy fire on the map. You like the classic feel, the staple signature minimap. And I'll fully admit I'm down for that minimap too, but it has to be done right. No more zoomed in circular minimap crap. You have to go back to Infinite Warfares or Ghosts where they nailed every aspect. The shape, coverage, details of environment, and of course the red dots. But take a step back. I've argued in the past that Modern Warfare's compass works perfectly fine on uncomplex maps, and I still stand by that. To be clear, uncomplex. Ania Palace and Piccadilly are out. Map design is a core feature that complements the compass 100%. Heck, I wish the minimap in Modern Warfare was altered so that you can see exact positions of teammates. Blue dots honestly fuck your perception of ground covered so much. If anyone agrees, it's gotta be the One Boom. That man will rant about how incompetent randoms are and how deceiving the dots above them are.
Was moving adjacent with him, so I cut my shooting. So I thought they were friendly. God damn it, I hate this. Fuck, I hate games that have the thing where you can just see your teammates through every wall all the fucking time.
However, if we just increase the map coverage and the width, you can see all the information you need. Little Austin has that middle lane locked down, and Big Boy Sam's taking that left lane, giving you the opportunity to move up the lane beside him to meet up in the middle. You will feel like a fully fledged out team, bonded by the blood of deeply understanding the game's mechanics, rather than communication on voice chat. If you can rely on a COD's mechanics, you can rely on randoms and your own skills. The fact Call of Duty can accomplish this feel with the ability just to see your chess pieces on the board is incredible. Hi guys, my name is Matsuki, and welcome to why I believe the compass plus minimap combo should be the new standard in COD. If this topic at all makes you question my sanity, whether or not I'm totally trolling, or if I'm spewing shit right out my ass, please drop a like and argue against me in the comments below, after watching the video of course, because ooh, I'm gonna propose some things you've never seen in COD before. We're gonna question the skill gaps behind red dots, and even if red dots are necessary. So what exactly is a skill gap? Well, it's a gap between the lowest and highest amount of skill, right? It might be learning the perfect timing, or mastering a gun's recoil, but what COD players want is a larger gap. Now, I did see a recent video from the nearly 5 million subs YouTuber known as FaZe Jev where he went on about slide canceling being a skill gap. At 4:59 in MW2 might change everything we know, he said that slide canceling is one of the very few skill gaps, but in MW22 could have a big issue. At 3:51 he says, sound whoring isn't a skill set, and that it's a survival instinct to not challenge someone you can clearly hear. Instead to Jev, you should creep quietly towards the footsteps. In my experience on MW19, that just was never the case. I did a video a while back where I tried out a camping loadout in MW19, but what made it effective was mainly the shotgun and the close range engagements I forced myself in. Slide canceling didn't really help more skillful players invade my fortified castle on Oil Rig. I believe my 725, claymores, and trophy system in a small room did all the work for me. Those are the things that I think should be nerfed for Modern Warfare 22, and if you don't agree, I kinda feel like you're the one abusing those weapons and equipment. And Jev, when you say,
like I said before, if you're in a building and you feel like somebody else is inside of the building, you don't start stomping around. If it's the middle of the night and you thought you heard some shit in the other room in your house or something, you're not gonna get up and sprint at the sound. You're gonna get up and be real quiet and listen. That's not a skill set. That is literally like a survival instinct. That is literally as easy as using your eyeballs.
it sounds like you're saying, why go back to regular red dots on the minimap? You're just gonna simply use your eyeballs. Using your eyes and ears isn't a skill set. Well, bro, you don't want to hear someone's direction, but you want to pinpoint their exact location?
I have never seen a game released in such a dog shit way. It didn't have a radar. I have better feelings and better thoughts and better times on games that I don't even remember playing anymore.
Just as a little disclaimer, I'm not trying to shit on Jev. I think he's a really funny dude, but I'm using his opinions and his anecdotes as examples to make my own point, because I think it's very important for you guys to know what absolutely huge influencers are telling their audiences. Literally, this dude Jev, in the same video talks about gaslighting and then proceeds to gaslight his own audience into believing a stage clip was real. I'll even play it right here.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2019 absolutely deserves to be an F tier. I'm serious, go and look up the one video. What is it? It's got millions of views. I'm tired of people trying to gaslight the community into believing that this was not the case. It happened. It's real. It fucking happened. You can literally look up what it's like to cross the street on Modern Warfare 2019.
Sure, why not? So I had looked up how it feels to cross the street in Modern Warfare 2019, and it's a video I've already watched in the past, and I've already covered what this video is about on Twitter, but let's go through it again. Look at all the windows. Oh my god, no one's there. So noob movement, crosses the street, gets RPG'd and shot from like 5 different angles at once from people just using those windows he just looked at. And look at that, he respawns here, walks into the door into a claymore, and boom. But if you guys have noticed, in the bottom left, the timer is at 0, indicating that he is indeed in a custom game. So I'm just saying, using that video to justify this point is pretty dog shit.
Modern Warfare 2019 being out this camping and ass game. Now you can say that these lists are just opinion based and all this other shit, but all I'm gonna say is certain opinions, people go over this shit all the time where they're like, your opinion can't be wrong. Oh, it absolutely can be under-supported and a dog shit opinion. So therefore, it can be wrong. So therefore, overall, in terms of popular opinion or not, there's a reason that there are popular and unpopular opinions.
Jev then goes on to say that more people have a correct, fair, and reasonable opinion ingrained in logic. Therefore, MW19 cannot be one of the best CODs, opinion-wise.
Logically, you are being illogical if you think it's one of the best.
Also, to chuck a few more coals into that burning ego, Jev is on Scump's side.
The same way that people can criticize me right now for me going in on their favorite game, they can say that my opinion is bad, but I got someone that agrees with me right here. That's all you need, that's all I need. You're the one that's gonna be having to fight that battle.
Funny enough, Scump's tier list in Jev's video had BO3 in S tier, but Infinite Warfare in F, with MW19. Personally, I don't think popular opinion should dictate actual facts. You, Jev, used false gameplay to support MW19 being that campy, and sided with a guy that put the pay-to-win jetpack COD in S tier, while the very similar, same jetpack, pick 10, similar map philosophy, but not pay-to-win Infinite Warfare into F tier. How do you seriously expect anyone to take you seriously? But anyways, sorry for the rant, let's get back to Jev's opinion on footsteps and more about MW19's compass.
If it's the middle of the night and you feel like somebody else is inside of the building, you don't start stomping around. You're gonna get up and be real quiet and listen. That is literally like a survival instinct that is literally as easy as using your eyeballs.
Let's use your logic against you. In the middle of the night, you hear footsteps. I mean, you don't hear footsteps, you see gunshots coming from the room beside you. Are you gonna go rushing in? Or are your natural instincts telling you to pre-aim that doorway? Can I just end this whole argument by just saying, like, it's a freaking respawning video game? A video game where pre-aiming always wins? It's just so bizarre to me, because even games like Fortnite's no building mode are exactly like Modern Warfare 2019. Footsteps are incredibly loud, you can turn on the visual footsteps as well, and it uses the MW19 minimap and compass system, with no red dots on the minimap. Yet, when this no building mode released, so many COD YouTubers, even my friends, were just saying this mode was so good because people couldn't defend themselves by building anymore. Like, what? I'll admit, Fortnite may have a bit longer time to kill, but shotguns still rule close range engagements. You can camp behind the door and just as easily drain someone's HP with a shotgun. All you had to do was get in a close range engagement, ready your shotgun, then sound whore, and use your eyes to shoot. I just don't get it. Especially when the argument against MW19's compass and minimap combo is, it promotes camping because you can't see enemy fire. Or, you probably never played older CODs. Or, it's a lower skill gap. Like, how is it lower? Obviously, you need to use your eyes for a classic minimap, but with MW19's, you had to look at your map for enemy spawns and your teammates' map control. Then, look in your peripheral vision where enemies are shooting from on your compass. You had to manage more HUD elements in MW, so how is the skill gap not larger? Oh yeah, so with no red dots pinpointing exact enemy locations that even a monkey could see, you had to estimate the locations of enemies based on their direction and your teammates' positions. Not everyone can do that, especially when they don't know MW19's map design very well. So, skill gap increased, right? Let's take another step back into the world of advanced movement CODs. These games arguably had an even larger skill gap due to the vertical movement. This movement changed how players approached situations 100%. It created new combat puzzles that COD had never seen before. Players could whiz right by you with a power slide or just jump over your head without taking a single bit of fall damage. So when I got used to this, but then I had to adjust to an extremely 3-lane linear map design, boots on the ground COD next year known as COD World War II, I lost my shit. This COD 6v6 multiplayer is my absolute least favorite. I hated how movement skill gap was removed, I hated the maps, and I hated how unpredictable recoil reg guns had. Oh, and I hated the S-Mine campers back then too, with their overpowered fire shotguns. Hey Jev, running dead silence never stopped those players from being total rats, huh? Come to think of it, COD IW and BO3 had camping exo rats too. Does shock mines and tripwires ring a bell to anyone? Maybe the Brecci? How about COD IW's M2187s? The Reaver, the Proteus Burst variant. Oh, and how could I forget BO4? The Specialist Torque was created to fortify buildings and block lanes. And the Strobe Light Shotgun that removed aim assist. How did the vocal COD community totally unironically forget all of these special little features from COD's recent past? Did red dots help you kill these types of campers back then? Did dead silence on IW stop M2187 users? Or the BO3 Brecci abusers? Didn't think so. So what if instead of making overcorrections and reverting everything in MW19 back to what it used to be, how about we look at the root of all of these annoyances? Fix shotguns and equipment suited for camping, so that they take more skill. Increase the skill gap. Make shotguns like snipers so that you need to ADS, and shoot the upper chest to get an easy one-shot kill. For claymores, make them emit a loud noise, or implement a mechanic so that you can avoid them if one accidentally crosses your path. Just like the bouncing Betty allows you to avoid it if you go prone right away. Literally add some skill gaps there. If something as simple as slide canceling counts as a skill gap, Jev, I don't see why requiring more evasive techniques from the player is that bad. I don't see why removing the helping hand red dots from your pinpoint accurate minimap and placing them on your compass is that bad. But what I do find bad with MW19's compass and minimap combo has got to be the map coverage, non-looping streaks, and how easy it is to stay hidden off the radar with a silencer and the ghost perk. That's it. I already perfectly explained why Infinite Warfare's and even Ghost's minimap, shape, coverage, and details of environment are the utmost practical minimap designs when it comes to COD. Okay, maybe I didn't perfectly explain it yet. The shape and coverage kind of go hand in hand with each other. The shape is kind of so you get like a wider range of knowing where everything is, like your teammates and where enemies are if a UAV is up. It'll help you see multiple lanes, which will allow you to spot potential flank routes the enemies are taking into your guys' like territory, while not seeing like too far in front of you, because like you should still use your eyes to see in front of you, right? So it's not doing all the work for you. And then the coverage is obviously for showing where your teammates are facing, so you don't have a blue dot situation. And then lastly, the details of environment are going to give you an accurate depiction of what indoor cover really is, so you can take cover from streaks and not die. But honestly, why the fuck were non-looping streaks a thing? This meant you could only be rewarded personal radars, UAVs, and advanced UAVs for a limited time in a single life. You could not re-earn streaks. What a lovely way to reward a player for doing well, huh? Huh? But yes, we also had to deal with the overpowered silencers and ghost perk. So here's my Modern Warfare 2, aka MW22 proposal. Nerf them both. And keep the compass plus Infinite Warfare style minimap combo. We can do both. And just to be extra extra crystal clear. I am fine if we go back to the classic red dots map. But at the same time, I want to see MW19's compass combo succeed. I wouldn't want to see this innovation to the COD formula go to waste. That's why I'm making this video. So here's what I want to do to perfect MW19's compass combo for Modern Warfare 2. The Ghost perk would get the nerf everyone wants. You appear on the minimap if you're standing still while a UAV is up. Now for the compass and suppressors, something interesting that I think people should remember was the parabolic microphone in Advanced Warfare. This attachment let you see all suppressed gunfire on your minimap, so it was pretty powerful, and it sort of inspired me to make this change to the compass. And that change is just showing suppressed fire on the compass by default, for a shorter duration, and as a dark blue dot instead of a red dot. I do have a reason for this, but first, I'd like to praise the MW19 counter UAV. This was the best counter UAV we've ever had, and I dearly miss it after playing COD Vanguard. It was stackable with other counter UAVs, it would distort your HUD more if you were directly below it, and it was easy to shoot down. So here's the little twist for my dream MW22 compass combo. Oh yeah, all the pieces are coming together. We keep MW19's counter UAV streak, but, well, it's still up. Your minimap is staticky, but your compass is just glitchy. During the time the counter UAV is up, you will be able to see enemy fire, but your teammates' fire will also appear too. And they're all blue dots. Now, why would I want this change? It's quite simple, really. The purpose of a counter UAV is to block out UAVs and make the game harder for the enemy team. My change still distorts the minimap, but also hardens the difficulty by not being able to identify enemy fire from team fire on the compass. We keep the compass active as to not fully destroy map flow and encourage camping out the C UAV. Kinda hitting two birds with one stone. So tell me, would you also be down for this new upgraded compass combo I described? Or are you still in the minimap must always show red dots boat? Please, I'm begging you. Let me know in the comments, and make sure you include Team Compass or Team Red Dots, so that I know you've made it this far. Thank you so much for doing so, making it this far and all. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. Lots of love, stay safe, and peace out, homies.